Today, we're adding a superstar to the Kansas City Royals every year until they win the World Series. We have a wheel that's going to tell us how good of an upgrade we get after every season. Every 3 years, we have to get rid of an 85-plus overall player. How many years will it take for the Royals to win the World Series? Let's find out. We do have the best shortstop in baseball and a top 10 rotation with 90 overall, Cole Reagans. Let's see how they do in year one and get our starting point. And in year one, the Royals had an insane second half. They were 10 games under 500 at the All-Star break. They finished 83 and 79. Not the first time we've made the playoffs in our first season. Long live those Cincinnati Reds. They're going to be playing the Tigers in the first round of the playoffs, and they are going to lose. A really good first season. Let's see what our wheel spin is. Our first addition to the team. Remember, we're 2 years away from getting rid of an 85-plus. Someone who's not on arbitration, so a post-arb player. Right out of the gate, we're blending markets. Give me Aaron Judge and all $500 quadrillion. That brings the Royals up to the 14th ranked team, third in contact, only 17th in power. Now we have the best shortstop and the best right fielder in all of baseball on this team with a top 10 rotation. Where does that put them? And again, this team under 500 at the All-Star break. We're going to let it eat. And they do once again have a good second half, but they only finished 79 and 83. But the weird thing is that 79 and 83 won the division, and they're going to be taking on the Rangers in the division series. 4 games under 500. We're going to see how they do in that Ranger series. They lose in the final game of that series, and the Dodgers end up winning the World Series against the Astros. Aaron Judge, year one with the Royals, he batted .301 with 43 homers, 27 doubles, 100 RBIs, 88 walks. Let's see what we got here on this spin. This is a huge ad. Someone within the division. I'm going to put Byron Buxton in Kansas City. The man who's never going to leave Minnesota is leaving Minnesota today. Now they're in the top 10 already. Third in contact, ninth in power, eighth in defense. The addition of Byron Buxton was massive. They win 90 games. They once again win the division. They're going to be taking on the Blue Jays. So they did win that wild card series, and they will be taking on the Yankees in the American League Division Series now, a best of 5 where they win. And the Kansas City Royals have now found themselves in the American League Championship Series right before they have to make their first subtraction. They're trying to get it done. They're going to be playing the Mariners, and they get eliminated in the American League Championship Series. This is by far the fastest that we've gotten this far. It helps that the division's not good. We won a division with a sub 500 record already, but being in a division like that, being able to make the playoff a little bit more easier makes it a little bit, it increases your chances of going on a run. It's like these teams should spend more money in real life too. I don't know. The Brewers end up defeating the Mariners in the World Series, so Milwaukee stays hot. Aaron Judge batted .328 with 60 home runs, 124 RBIs, 5 triples, and 30 doubles. Obviously, he won the MVP award. He was also the Silver Slugger. He won the Hank Aaron. He was an all-star. Whoa. Bobby Witt Jr. had 44 doubles, 10 triples, 28 homers. And Byron Buxton in his first season batted .261 with 33 homers, 28 doubles, and you already know what he does defensively. He played 141 games. That's the biggest thing. All right, let's see what player we're losing here after game one. Please be Maikel Garcia. Please be Maikel Garcia. Please be Maikel Garcia. It is Maikel Garcia. Best case scenario. Spin it up. We got Byron Buxton from a within the division spin. Now we have stay. Oh, it went over to the 89. I'm going to add to this bullpen with the 89 overall Edwin Diaz. In the second half, Royals, once again, they keep having really strong second halves. They finished 93 and 69. They'll be taking on the Tigers in the division series, and they will lose to the Tigers in the division series. Aaron Judge, once again, a monster year, bats .343 with 59 homers and 43 doubles. Edwin Diaz, first season with the team, he had 48 saves and a 2.4 ERA. All right. We had an 89 last time around. We upgraded the bullpen. We just had a worse result this season. We get a 91 to a 94. We're going back within the division, and we're going to replug that hole at third base. Give me J-Ram. That already in just year 5 brings these Kansas City Royals all the way up to third. I think the only thing stopping this team at this point, if they don't win in the next 2 years, we could lose a monster in our next subtraction wheel. And they have their biggest season yet, as could have been predicted, 98 wins. They'll be playing the Astros in the American League Division Series, where they get eliminated. They win 98 games and lose right away. The week off crushes the Royals. And the Phillies end up taking down the Astros in the World Series in a 2022 rematch. J-Ram's first year with the team, he batted .233 with 15 homers. That is brutal, J-Ram. Only 67 RBIs? Judgy was his normal self, only 44 homers, 33 doubles. It's crazy that that's a down year. He did win the MVP, the Hank Aaron. He was an all-star, silver slugger, led the league in homers and batting. Haven't checked on Cole Reagans much. Only 134 in the inning column in this one, 3.5 ERA. And Edwin Diaz again, 49 saves, 1.2 ERA. This is gigantic because if we don't win right here in this season, I mean, we could lose Judge. We could lose Judge after next season. We have to win right now. Whoever we want. Oh, we hit the lotto spot. This team could use some premier defense and clutch hitting. I'm going to put Bryce Terang at second base. A less OP, not going to go Ohtani in every video. Let's put Bryce Terang at second and really build this team. Is Bryce Terang the difference maker? This makes them the second best team in baseball, first in contact, top 5 in defense. At the trade deadline, this team is 72-37. They have just dominated, and they've had great sims in the second half, and they're doing that again here as well. They are going to breeze into their best record so far, well over 100 wins, as you can see there up in the corner. They finish at 108-54 on the year, and if they don't win the World Series right now, this could be an Aaron Judge for 77 overall swap. They're going to be playing the Mariners in the first round, and they lost. Are you kidding me? 108 wins and you go out like that? The series, it went 4 games. You won 1 game, 2-1, and it was your Chris Bubich start. Caleb Ferguson went 6-2, Shuddy. I don't even want to look at the stats, man. The only names on this wheel are Bobby Witt, Jose Ramirez, Byron Buxton, Aaron Judge, Cole Reagans. No matter who we lose here, it's going to be a huge hole that we have to fill, and it is going to be Byron Buxton. Oh, now let's see what our upgrade is going to be. We're losing Byron Buxton. That's a 96 overall center fielder, and we're only getting an 80. Give me Reese Hoskins. I just want more thump. Vibe check. And as expected, we end up winning 13 fewer games than last season. 95-67 is still very good, and this team's more than capable of winning the World Series. They're going to be taking on the Astros in the division series, where they will win. Now they're going to be taking on the, I'm sorry, it said, what, did I misread it again? So we will now be taking on the Yankees in the division series after we won that wild card round, and the Yankees have eliminated us from the playoffs. The Yankees also went on to lose in the World Series to the Cubbies. Reese Hoskins in his first season played all 162, had 17 homers and a .251 average. I expected a platoon. Vinny also played 138 games and hit 23 homers. I expected more homers from the two of them playing that many games, though. Bryce Terang batted .250 with 10 homers. He's bringing it on the defensive side, though. Wheel spin number 7. We added an 80, but we lost Byron Buxton in the last round. Now we get to add anyone under team control. So ARB, pre-ARB, all the ARBs. All the ARBs. We're adding the 91 Joe Ryan to this pitching staff. A stud arm to go with Cole Reagans. This team, I like it. We probably got to replace center field soon, though. But 91 and 90 at the top of the rotation, green everywhere. And with the addition of Joe Ryan, we still win 4 less games than last year. 17 less games than when Buxton was in center field. Our glue guy? We do beat the Orioles in the wild card now. We won the American League Division Series, so we're going to be taking on the Mariners in the Championship Series. Now, just like that, we moved on to the 7-game series against Texas or Seattle. So we beat the Orioles in the Division Series. Now we're going to be taking on either Seattle or Texas in the American League Championship Series to go to the World Series, and we do. The Royals have won the American League. They will be taking on the Phillies in the World Series. Phillies do win game 1, 5-1. Joe Ryan took the loss. We'll simulate game 2. We win 5-4. Now we're going to sim game 3. We lose. We're down 2-1. We'll simulate game 4. We win. It's tied 2-2. We'll sim game 3. It is a loss. Can we push it to game 7? No, the Phillies win it in 6. We come 2 games from the World Series. 2 games, and we still can make one more add before a subtraction next season. Let's see if we can do it in year 9. Joe Ryan's first year with the Royals, he threw 191 innings, 3.1 ERA. Cole Reagans threw 194 innings with 3.1 ERA. Once again, Judge hit 57 homers, 35 doubles, and won the MVP award. Now let's see what our 8th wheel spin is going to be. Technically, we've lost Michael Garcia and Byron Buxton. So we have 5 upgrades so far. This will be our 6th, and it's an 89 overall. There are no 89 overall center fielders, so I'm just going with our super utility Mookie Betts. Let's figure out where we're going to plug them in. And not only do we get back over the 100 win mark, we set a record 109 wins to 53 losses. They're going to be moving on to the division series. They end up taking down the Rays in the division series. Now they're going to play the Yankees in the championship series. So it's a Yankees matchup with Aaron Judge on our side. Let's see how it goes. And they win it. Now they're going to take on the Padres in the World Series. We are 4 wins away. We're going to simulate the first 2 games of this series where it is split 1-1. Now we're going to sim game 3. They're up 2 games to 1. We'll sim game 4. They're split 2-2. One more game in San Diego and they win it 8-2. So now the Royals have an opportunity to win it right here in year 9. This would tie the record. Can they get it done? So it looks like Noah Cameron, the rookie, is the only person with the full energy bar. Chris Bubich and Cole Reagans are both so close. I think I'm just going to do like an inning or 2 with Noah Cameron, and then we might go starter. Here we go. We're going to sim the top of the first, and we get a goose egg from Noah Cameron. That's big, and the Royals score 2 in the bottom half, so we're off with a lead. Now he's got Tatis, Bogarts, and Gavin Sheets here. Fly out, single, fielder's choice. Walk. There's 2 on for Jake Cronenworth. I'm already nervous. And he hits a single. The bases are loaded for Luis Campusano, who grounds out to end the inning. That's massive. The Royals get a 0. We're going to try and get another inning from Noah Cameron. He gets another 0. Dylan Cease back out there to face Jose Ramirez, 2-3-4. And the Royals put up another 0. Now Noah Cameron going to try and pitch to 4-5-6 in this lineup. Tatis flies out. Xander Bogaerts flies out. Gavin Sheets strikes out. So now we're through 4 clean, 3 hits for Noah Cameron. Bottom of the 4th, we get nothing. We're going to try and get through another inning here. Ramon Laureano walks. Jake Cronenworth, okay, we got a stolen base, so we're going to continue pitching to Cronenworth, who hits a single. Now there's runners on the corners, nobody out, and that's going to do it for Noah Cameron. I am going to go to Chris Bubich right here, and we will save Cole Reagans for game 7 if we need him. I'm bringing out my guy. Campusano just hit a 3-run homer off Bubich in the top of the 5th, and just like that, they're down by 1. The Royals do score 1 in the bottom of the 6th, though, so now it's tied 3-3. Bubich is still out there. Got Cronenworth leading off the 7th. He strikes out. Campusano strikes out, and now Jackson Merle hits a solo homer. And Chris Bubich has given up 4 runs in 2 2/3 of work. Gives up a single to Arise, and that's going to do it. Got to take him out of the game right there. Bubich was a mistake, and we are not going to have him in game 7. Going to bring Michael Lorenzen out to pitch to Machado here. And Machado hits a single. Now there's 2 on for Tatis. Runner gets thrown out. Interesting. He scored 1 in the top of the 7th. So now bottom 7, 4-3 ball game. Jack Caglione. The Royals fight back again. They tie it back up for a second time. Now Michael Lorenzen going to look to try and get another inning. Gives up a double to lead things off. This is incredible. Got to go back to the pen. We need a lefty. Here's Bailey Falter. The ground out on Gavin Sheets brings up Laureano, who strikes out. And now the lefty on Cronenworth gets the ground out to end the inning. It is bottom 8. Tie game. Adrian Morejon in there. And the Royals take the lead. They score 1 bottom 8. And now here we are with a chance to win the World Series. We're going to bring out our closer, Carlos Estevez. It's top 9. Luis Campusano pops out. Jackson Merle doubles. And now Luis Arise pops out. We're down to our final out. We're going to enter into the game and try and win the World Series. Right at him again. This one down more. It's 1-2 on Manny Machado. Going to try and put him away with a 12-6. And the Royals win the World Series. Carlos Estevez closes it out. We lose Maikel Garcia and Byron Buxton along the way. We added Aaron Judge. We gained Buxton before we lost him. J-Ram, Bryce Terang, Reese Hoskins, Joe Ryan, and Mookie Betts. We get it done in year 9 before we make that 3rd subtraction to the team. This squad was nasty. The Royals, their 2nd World Series in a decade. They get the job done, led by Cole Reagans at the top of that rotation. Carlos Estevez closes it out. Bobby Witt Jr. and the era of Royals dominance is underway. Vinny Pasquantino stuck around for this one. It's a shame Maikel Garcia had to go, but the Royals are all fired up. A really fun one here. Maybe could have made a bit more harsh subtraction requirement. I'll keep that in the back pocket for future ones. For today, the Royals have got the job done. There it is. The Royals raise the trophy. They get the job done. Bobby Witt Jr., and I don't know what's going on with his hair back there. He's got a mullet. He doesn't have a mullet. I don't know. This is their third World Series, and like I said, their second in a decade. I love that they won it in the City Connects. Looks great. The boys are fired up. Comment what team I should do next.